What a beautiful day. March 18th, Gentile year 2019 here in Central Texas. Let me have a smoke. You know what? What we found out in science is that smoking, cholesterol, sodium, speaking of sodium chloride, not the nitrates, nitrites, sulfites, it's all genetic. So, in my family there's almost no tobacco-related deaths, so shut the fuck up. As I came out, I noticed right now I've attracted a lot of flies out here in the sunlight. And, like I always say, why do you need... Let's back that bitch off a bit. Why do you need glasses when you have a bottle? In this video, and probably several more before I resume talk of Ezekiel and related such biblical things, because today, like when I went to town, it reminded me of how great it is to be a Texan, especially an original Texan like me. This year is my 200th year that my family's been here. We founded the Republic of Texas. I don't let retards or people that are came from Chicago 3 years ago tell me what the hell's going on. And I wish I could show you around the property a little bit today, but I've already put in several kilometers on hard surfaces in town, and you may be able, can't really see it in the background. I've been letting my pasture go fallow for it's in its third year now, and there's actually billions and billions of flowers of all kind of types. Violets, these beautiful, this is what we call a yellow composite, and so on, Indian paintbrushes, you name it. But what I want to talk about today is, because the world is full of fake Texans. Hollywood actually was full of original Texans like Audie Murphy, who, like me, when I went to California, I really lost most of my accent and my dialect, because although the California kids loved it when I would talk Texan to them, yo, it's this comes to mind today, especially because when I was in town, I ran into several people I could tell that have never been anywhere, and they want to embrace that retardation. First, let me remind you that the reason that I had such tremendous success in science and so many other things was because of my language skills. Began walking and talking at 6 months of age. I've studied many languages. I've been able to pass for, really. And when a person is linguistically challenged or doesn't want to alter or can't alter their native dialect, then I know that their brain is the size of a freaking walnut, because it's not that hard. Let me see, where's a good place to start? First of all, as I learned both in the classroom and in real life, there are two primary Texas dialects. There's the Central to West Texas guttural, which is what I speak, guttural. And then there's the East Texas Tennessee nasal twang. I'll tell you one damn thing, and those people irritate the shit out of me. They remind me of Yankees because they sound like Yankees. They talk through their noses, and actually they annoy me as much as my own fellow Jews, especially the women who talk through their noses. Let me start off with some simple stuff. Like I just said, if you ever hear somebody say, well, I won't tell you what. Oh, I'm sorry. My voice I've been up since 1:30 yesterday. It's game day. It's been a stressful day. Let me lighten up my vocal cords. If you ever listen to somebody who claims they're from Texas and they sound like this, well, I will tell you one damn thing. As I was out there, I was messing around with I was trying to get my hitch on my mobile home all fixed up. They're retards. Almost all of East Texas are retards that actually believe that the Ku Klux Klan still exists and so on. But almost all of the rest of us speak the Central Texas guttural accent. And despite what you weirdos on YouTube who keep coming from all over the globe to go, oh, the Insider's Guide to Austin, that loser from New Zealand, and people who come to Houston trying to record an Insider's Guide to Houston. No, you're not getting the best barbecue joints or nothing, because you're not really talking to real Houstonians or Texans, because most of the people in Houston are not from Houston. They're from Mexico, Chicago, New Jersey, New York City, and shit like that, and they're just trying to pass. Here's how you can spot a real Texan. We don't say howdy, unlike those, the million assholes that have gone through Texas A&M University, my alma mater, in that direction. The million assholes that have come through there, they're not even from Texas or anywhere. And they'll go, howdy. And even Minnie Pearl, that's more like Tennessee. It's not howdy, it's Heidi, like the German name, H-E-I-D-I. It's Heidi, how you doing? And if it's an exclamation, it's like, oh boy, Heidi. You get me? Like, you're frustrated at something and you discover something, like, or you're at your workbench or something, you go, boy, Heidi. Because I'm almost 65. My father was born in 1905 and still carried the dialect and everything from his father, who was born somewhere in the 1860s. And on my mother's side, my father's great grandfather was born at the end of the 1700s. So I'm relaying to you an education that can't be found in any book. That's the difference between me and Yankees who write books about Texas, none of whom ever get it right. We don't say howdy, we say Heidi. Heidi, how you doing? Boy, Heidi is an exclamation. And there's just all of these little telltale signs that you can spot to see whether or not a person is really from Texas. I'm the kind of guy that they call in, whether it's in this country or some other country, to find out if that person is actually from that country. Because I can spot every error you make in your speech. And there are people around here who, excuse me, I got to adjust my chair.